What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about a viral clip that is going viral all over social media. There's a lot of publications who are writing articles on it. I'm going to read one that's directly from the Daily Mail, and it discusses NBA player De'Aaron Fox, who had recently gotten traded from the Sacramento Kings to the San Antonio Spurs. And I'm going to assume that there are some bad blood because apparently after the trade, Malik, who was a teammate of De'Aaron Fox, said some things that rubbed De'Aaron Fox the wrong way. De'Aaron Fox posted about it, deleted it, and it must have carried over because De'Aaron Fox's wife, Reese, decided that she wanted to get involved in men's business. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't know her. This isn't a video to attack her. I just don't like the fact that you have a woman who's a wife and a mother, a wife to a NBA player, who is getting in the face of a grown man who's a teammate of her husband. Why are you getting in his face? Why are you upset at him? If anything, you should let De'Aaron handle that himself. Or it could have been a situation of, hey, I want to talk to you when we get back near the locker rooms, right? Handle it like that. Now, I know that what happened on the sidelines of the game was very contentious because it was a game that was, well, I would say it was close, but the Kings won the game against the Spurs. I guess this was the return game for De'Aaron Fox, him and his wife, who's seemingly on the court side for a lot of these games. And the Sacramento Kings won 127-109, and maybe tension was in the air because she felt like she needed to get involved and she needed to tell Malik how she feels. I don't understand this mindset. Now, I understand that, his wife, she's no stranger to sports. I mean, she herself was a basketball player. She played in college. I believe she might have had a stint in the WNBA. So maybe she has that competitive fire, right? But you can take care of that by getting back into basketball yourself or something else. Getting into the face of your husband's ex-teammate and pounding your fist as if you're going to do something. That's just a bad look. It really is. It's a bad look because you are the wife of an NBA player. If you have an issue with Malik Monk, you handle it, I would say, outside of the cameras, not near the courts. You can go back and you can have a conversation. But it seems to me that Reese didn't want to have no conversation. She was there to confront him. Now, I would have, and it seems like from the clip, De'Aaron was nowhere in sight. Where was De'Aaron? Your wife is here arguing with this man, and and you're not there. That's why I say it should be a situation where you let him handle that. Because wouldn't it be crazy if he decided to go, let's say Reese, let's say that you're playing in the WNBA, right? And you get traded. And then he's courtside and he goes and gets in the face of your ex-teammate. That would be a very bad look. That would be a very bad look, especially pounding your fist. It's like you're angry at the wrong people. Did De'Aaron even want to be there anymore? I mean, that's what needs to be discussed. So let's get into this article. NBA star De'Aaron Fox's wife caught in heated courtside exchange with her husband's former teammate. De'Aaron Fox was traded from the Kings to the Spurs a month ago, and there are seemingly tensions between his family and his former organization. Fox had played his entire career with Sacramento after the team drafted him in 2017 and returned to play at the Kings for the first time on Friday night. After the game, which the Kings won 127 to 109, his wife Reese was caught on video having an animated conversation with Sacramento's Malik Monk. Reese could be seen pounding her fists, speaking with Monk, also a former college teammate of her husband's, and pointing her finger at the guard as they exchange words. So he's known De'Aaron for a while. Did she feel like he betrayed De'Aaron? Listen, players get traded every day. Now, if there's a rift in the friendship, it can always get repaired. But this doesn't help things. It really doesn't. At one point during the exchange, a man tried to step in and seemingly straighten out the situation. Though Reese and Monk brushed him off, continued talking. Monk also said some words back to Fox's wife, though he didn't appear too upset by the altercation as he walked away with a smile on his face, because he emotionally got her wrapped up, wound up. And why would he be upset? You have this woman who's in his face and he's wondering like, whoa, what are you upset about? So I know he's not going to really take it personal because you have a woman being a woman. But in this situation, I feel like she's overstepping her boundaries because you just don't see this. You do not see the wives of NBA players stepping into an ex-teammate's face. You don't see that. Monk spent parts of 3 seasons with Fox on the Kings, and they also played together at the University of Kentucky. It was crazy because he was one of the reasons I came here for sure, Monk told reporters following the Fox trade. But yeah, we've got to move on. I know it's a business, but the looks of it, they say he wanted out of here. So he got what he wanted, and that was the quote that made everything blow up. Following those remarks, Fox took to social media to respond to Monk. Everybody has the same story about the dysfunction, but yeah, it's my fault, Fox wrote before eventually deleting the post. Fox has also made other pointed remarks about the Kings since he was dealt to the Spurs. When asked how the two organizations were different, he said, "We can go through a lot of lists of things," and noted how family-oriented and accommodating the Spurs organization is. He also told ESPN before Friday's game he wanted to stay in Sacramento for his whole career, but changed that stance once Coach Mike Brown was fired earlier this season. I was like, yo, I've been here for going on my 8th year. If Mike gets fired, I'll be going on my 5th coach, Fox told ESPN, and I told them I'm not going to play for another coach. I'm going to play for another team. Well, De'Aaron, that tells me that, Malik Monk was right. You wanted to leave. You wanted to leave. He was being honest. You wanted to leave. However, Fox insists he never asked for a trade. Well, that's kind of like asking for a trade without asking for a trade. And they granted it, With Victor Wembanyama injured for the rest of the season, Fox's new team is not expected to make much noise this year, though they should change once the French phenom is healthy. Listen, the issues here are deep. I think maybe De'Aaron feels betrayed that his former college teammate, pro teammate was like, yeah, he wanted out and we're moving on. I don't think he said anything disrespectful towards De'Aaron. He spoke honestly. De'Aaron wanted to leave. He didn't want to stay. That is the truth. I mean, he didn't lie. Now, De'Aaron may not like it. He may feel some type of way about it, but that was the truth. You told the team that if you have to play for another coach, you want to play for another team. That's basically like asking for a trade. Now, again, we don't know the depths of the situation, but I don't like women who are wives or girlfriends of these athletes going and trying to confront none of these players. You are a civilian. You are basically a fan in the stands. Why are you confronting anybody? You let your husband handle that. It's not up to you to try to check him, because that's what she was doing. She was trying to check him. And he's not going to be angry about it, because he's like, you know what? It is what it is. We won. I'm not about to be upset, even though it looks like he wasn't really dressed for the game. I didn't watch the game. Y'all can tell whether he played or not, but it didn't look like it. I think that she and De'Aaron should move on. It looks like his teammates are moving on. Maybe he feels like his teammates should have had his back. Maybe he feels like they should have defended him more. But I just don't think that it's a good look for your wife to be getting in none of these dudes' faces like that. It's just not a good look. If the roles are reversed, this guy, people will be wanting this guy released. They'd be wanting him suspended, or not suspended. They would want him banned from the arenas. Why are you getting into that woman's face? That's how they would be. So no hypocrisy, absolutely none. I just don't like, again, if your husband has an issue with somebody, you handle it privately. You say, hey, I want to talk to you. And you go back in the locker room and you hash out the situation so that it doesn't blow up. But she didn't want to do that. She felt the need to confront him right then and there. And that's what the problem is. And that's why you have all these different websites speaking about this. Because trust me, I'm not the only one. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, like the video, and share. Follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.